Whiskey 1, Bravo, Foxtrot, November.
Whiskey 1, Bravo, Foxtrot, November, roger.
Running at 7,300, believe it or not.
Alrighty. Whereabouts you're located, sir?
We're located in the middle of North Carolina.
All right, let me pull my loop around to the middle of North Carolina. I'm going to go for about 70 degrees, I guess. That should be pretty close there. All right, and you're running a 7,300. Is that a roger?
That's roger.
All right, and tell me about your antenna system for about 10 seconds.
Okay, the antenna system is an urban beam, which on 40 meters is used as a rotatable dipole, and I've got it set up inverse of 70 for you, and I hope it's loud enough. We're running about perhaps 1,000 watts to 1306.
Roger. Now, and what kind of mic are you running there, sir?
This is this standard hand mic.
Okay, what you want to do is when you operate that hand mic, do not work directly into it. Pull it to the side of your mouth and talk across it. Pull it to the side of your mouth and then just talk across it, roger?
Roger. Doing just that right now.
Yes, that's about the only way that you can really work that microphone, because it is an electret microphone, and that's the simplest way to do it. If you were to go down to your music store and get a foam windscreen, you could slip that over the mic, and that would solve the problem also. Then you could talk any way you want to it. But right now, without that windscreen, what you want to do is pull it to your lips and speak across it, which you're doing. All right, now the next step is to inline your compressor. Turn your compressor on and adjust it to a 3. Engage your compressor at a 3. Roger?
Roger. Let's see. Compressor on and adjusted to a 3.
Okay, now you want to look at your ALC meter with your mic gain in hand and adjust your ALC to where your mic gain, you're seeing a mid-scale to 2/3 on your ALC meter. Roger?
Roger. Now let's see. Mic gain is right there. And looking at the ALC to 2/3. Actually, the ALC looks like it's coming up to about half scale. It's reading up to S9 at this point.
Roger. Well, that's where you want, mid-scale to 2/3. You don't want up in the red, that's too far, but you do want from mid-scale to 2/3 as you speak naturally. Roger?
Okay, well, let me see what happens if I go up to 2/3. No, not very much. So I'll take it back down again.
Now you want to be at 2/3. You want to be between mid-scale and 2/3. That's your ideal place.
Really, mid-scale is now the ALC. I've got to turn to just set it up for ALC. It goes up to about. Oh, I see. The scale for the ALC. Whoops, sorry. The scale for the ALC is. All right, that means I should turn this down a little bit. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mid-scale to 2/3. Now that ALC meter movement or that indication does not run all the way down as the other ones do. You know, it only runs, I think, about halfway. So when you set that level, you're looking at the display for the ALC only, and you want to run that mic level mid-scale to 2/3 on the ALC reading portion. Roger?
Roger. I'll bring it back down so that okay, I'll bring it back down and then see if I have, no, this is not Hello, 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 hello. It seems that no matter how far I turn the mic gain down, the ALC is wanting to read about the same.
Can you copy me?
Yes, I can copy you. You're F7, F8.
Okay, you're off frequency. You must have hit your VFO. Bring your frequency back to 7188.
Yep, I did it. My bad.
That's all right. Now, again, let's you've got this ALC reading. All right, so you just all right. I tell you what. Let's simplify it. Put your mic gain on 50.
Okay, I've got the mic gain here. Oh, I just went 10 off. And mic gain on 50.
Mic gain is on 50 now?
Okay, mic gain is on 50, sir.
All right, I think we're done on this part of it. Let's move on to. Do you know where your equalization is?
No.
All right, let me give you a note then. When you find equalization, you want to go +2 treble boost. +2 treble boost when you find your equalization. Roger?
All right, Roger. I'll do that. And I have the manual out, and I've been looking for it ever since the first time you mentioned that it adds it.
Yes, Roger. Now, and the thing is, what you might want to do is make yourself a cheat sheet to where you don't have to go back to the book, and you can take notes of this. You want to find out where your equalization is, and you want to be on the widest possible bandpass. So you want to run that radio 100 to 2900. You don't want any of those other readings. You want to run that radio 100 to 2900, and it asks you 3 times what you want to do. You know, it allegedly has 100 to 2900, and then it has 2 other choices. Well, you set all of those choices to 100 to 2900, so you can't possibly operate that radio in any other mode but 100 to 2900. Roger?
Roger, that sounds good to me. It does bother me just a tad, because I talk a little bit of DX sometimes, and I really like to run them 200 to 2750.
Yes, sir, but you're only fooling yourself, because what's happening is what you want to be is to be understood. You want your maximum amount of articulation, and that only occurs when your radio is running at that 2900 mark. When you start those lesser band passes, you start rolling off the top end audio-wise, and when you do that, you're losing your articulation, and that's the only thing that he's going to hear down the road to say, hey, that's you. And if you're muddy coming into him and you got 6 people on top of you, you don't have a chance in the world. So you want to be as articulated audio-wise as you can be, and that can only happen when you're in the 100 to 2900 bandpass.
Okay. Mind if I call you Professor from now on?
Anything but late to lunch.
Okay. Thanks very much for the help, and my name is Mike, and I'm most grateful. This is W1BFN, your big friendly neighbor from Asheboro, North Carolina.
Roger, Mike. Well, happy hunting there. You're sounding really good, and that, like I say, that's the thing. A lot of people don't quite understand what happens when they start restricting their bandpass. The thing is, you can always, in your maximum bandpass, you can always roll off those lower frequencies if they start to be a problem, through EQ. But once you start chopping off the top end by way of lesser bandpass, you can't retrieve that articulation through EQ, because your radio's set up to disregard that, and it's only going to pass that the lower bandpass. So just stay 100 to 2900. That's the way to run that radio.
Okay, bandpass is 100 to 2900, and you said keep it up +2 on the treble.
Yes, sir. When you find it there, and I can't believe somebody just settled in 1 KC off my frequency. We've only been here for an hour and 20 minutes, and so they figure that they can come in 1 KC off to the side. Well, you know, we got them.
Oh my! Well, I can't hear him, and I guess that's a good thing. Thank you. And then 7-3, and I will not forget.
Roger, Roger, Mike. Just remember to when you run your microphone up to the side of your lips and talk across it there. That's you know, the best way that you can get the maximum out of your radio there. Sounding good. 3s to you, sir. And we have been recording this, so if you might want to check out what your radio sounds like and our whole setup procedure, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page. We're running about 1,050 recorded Qso-Vlogs at the moment. You'll be looking for one in particular called My Group Aircheck 4320, today's date. My Group Aircheck 4320, and give us a couple of days to get it uploaded.
Okay, thank you so much. And again, 7-3, thanks so much for the help.